Hi, everybody. Coach Dom Costa with another edition of Sports Advice for Parents. If you're fortunate enough to be able to coach your child's team, especially if it's a baseball or softball team, sometimes your kid is good enough to be the shortstop. And in baseball, softball, that's usually one of your better or your top infielder who can make a lot of plays and make the throws to first base, do the double plays at any base, catch fly balls, grounders, line drives. Now, a lot of parents complain. They'll go, hey, how come my kid doesn't play shortstop? And you say, hey, you know what? If I put your child there, it's going to be a safety issue. But I want to throw something new at you that I observed over years of coaching my own kids and coaching and umpiring and just observing things. The best teams I ever saw in any park league or little league tried to do during their preseason and league time, especially if they had playoffs at the end of the season, trying different combinations of people at all of the positions. And here's why. By the time it got to playoff season, all the kids had stayed engaged and liked playing because they played a lot of different spots. All of the kids, especially if you were able to schedule practices, built up their skills and knowledge of the game. So as you entered a playoff situation typically, or the end of a league season where you had a run to try to win it all, you could kind of dial in your better kids to play your toughest positions. Also, everyone's skill set got better, so everyone was better in terms of fielding, running the bases, or playing the field. So everything got better, everything in terms of performance for the kids. And their attitude was better because they all knew what would happen. And for you as a coach, what happened that was better was because everyone got better. When someone was out for a variety of reasons, when you coach children, there's the religious issues, there's birthday issues, there's accidents and things that happen with families, things that can't be stopped. And maybe some of your key players can't be there, but now because you worked other people, it's easy to try someone in there who will probably surprise you with some great plays. And this is really important, I found, in terms of keeping the children engaged for a whole season. And you might give up some of those wins early in the season, in the first half of the season, but you are going to be golden at the end of the season with a bunch of happy players. And the skill set, as I shared, fielding, hitting, running the bases, is going to be such an improvement for everyone. And as you know, everyone, when you have a baseball or softball team, those first 4 or 5 players are usually pretty good and usually can hit the ball pretty good. Your season is going to depend in the end, generally, for those kids who are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, if you have a team that big. Those are the ones you have to work on improving. So if you can keep them engaged, have practices, change up the positions, throw those kids a bone too so they have a chance to excel or fail, but give them a chance. Yeah, they're going to surprise you. This is just an old coach and an old dad and an old umpire telling you his observations. Don't be afraid to do it. The journey's going to be fun whether you make it or not to the top. And I think you're going to surprise yourself. You're going to say, hey, I remember that bald head where the lights were shining too bright on his head and the glare was coming off his dome. And he said, try playing the kids at a lot of different spots. I know it's a typical thing. My kid is playing shortstop because he's the best one. I was a little different, though. If my kid couldn't do it, they played in the outfield till I had worked my child's skill set up so I didn't feel they were endangering themselves by trying a new position. You got to have that balance for all the children. Don't put them in a position to fail where they're going to hurt themselves. But if you can, keep scheduling practices at any field you can get, even if it's not a full on field, somewhere you could just have rotations of skills and try to make competitions. The kids, they love to compete. It keeps them engaged. And as I shared, that old school of I'm going to let my kid play shortstop all year or I'm going to let my kid pitch all year isn't going to pay off typically for you. You have to have everyone engaged. You have to improve the skill set of your whole team, and it's going to pay off. Anyway, Coach Dom Costa with some more sports advice for parents. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Go out there and have some fun. These moments with your kids go way too fast. Enjoy your time. It is what it is. It's beautiful. enjoy these kids and love them up. Coach Dom, out.